Alright, good morning fellows, and welcome back to class. First of all, I want to say a very big congratulations to you for making it up to this level in the class. It is not easy. Like I used to tell people, I say the only thing I find very boring in my life, I don't know of yours, is learning. That learning phase is always challenging. Sometimes it gets boring. You don't even want to continue learning. But after learning, when you start applying the knowledge you gain, you will be marveled as to what you have actually achieved during this short period of time. So it's not easy. So in this is a milestone project, like I promised us. It's a milestone project that is equipped with both the technical skills that we need to apply whenever we're implementing any software or we're doing any software integration into a business. I started this software integration businesses back in 2019. That was when I took it officially upon myself to start doing integration services for businesses. And sometimes when you go to them, people just usually like to get a software that can help them manage one or two items. But kind of people they contract to do the job are people that doesn't know. They only know how to do the installation, but they don't know the rudiment, that the technical skills required in implementing the system so that everybody can understand. They don't consider the technical aspect. The only thing they do is come and integrate a business application, teach the people how to operate it and go your way. But the truth is that if you set up a system and you don't test out the system and see how it works perfectly before handing it over, then everything you have done from the beginning is useless, because the person is still going to be suffering what he has been suffering even when he's doing the accounting manually. So the essence of integration is to automate the processes of what we used to do. Like I used to tell them too, I say, if a process can be repeated twice, then there's no need of repeating it every time it happens. So when you get it the first time, subsequent time should not take you equivalent time you use in setting it up. So that is the very basic essence of integrating accounting application. So this is a milestone project. You're going to be speaking to yourself, or you're going to take charge as an accountant or as a consultant who has been contracted to implement this system. So it is a detailed application that we are going to be seeing right now. Now, if you look at the project milestone, you'll see that, okay, let's read through it. You have been invited by your friend Cassie, who has always expressed interest in opening his own retail art studio. He has been painting and selling his artwork for years and already has a good customer base. After reviewing some of his documents, you found out that in January of this year, I'm using 2024 as our beginning year, he started the process of formally setting up a business name, Cassie's Craft. He filed for his business to be registered with Corporate Affairs Commission in February. Now, Corporate Affairs Commission is the body solely responsible for the registration of businesses in Nigeria. So yours in your country or in your state may be different. So you have to find out that yourself, especially people in the US and people in the India. So you have to find out those yourself. You also notice Cassie has rented an art studio on March 1st and has been cleaning and painting and setting up the space ever since. The grand opening was April 1st, 2024. Cassie's Craft sells Cassie's original art and print of his original art that he purchases from a print shop. What does that mean? That means there are only two types of product Cassie's Craft and Cassie Crafts sells. One, original artworks and prints. So those are the things he sells. Now, original artworks and prints are inventory items. Cassie also accepts custom orders from customers. That means custom orders by customer. Customer will just walk in and say, I need this type of portrait, I need this type of painting. Can you do it for me? He say yes, then he will go ahead and do it. That is what they mean by custom arts, which are referred to as custom art sales. Custom art involve Cassie's painting a picture for a particular customer based on the customer's specifications. Oftentimes, his custom art is a family portrait. Also, Cassie agreed to allow few of his artist friends to display and sell their artwork from the Cassie's craft shop. That means he allowed his friends to sell their artworks in his own shop. These sales will be classified as consignment. Please take note of every bolded item. It's very, very important. Take note of them. Artwork on consignment is owned by the artist who created the painting and therefore is not recorded as inventory on the Cassie's craft accounting record. It is customary for the consignee, that is the owner of the art, to retain a percentage of all the consignment sales as a payment for allowing the consignor other artists. Okay, sorry, I'm misinterpreting it. It is customary for the consignee, which is Cassie, the owner of the business, to retain a percentage of all consignment sales as payment for allowing the consignor, that is other artists, those his friends that displays their art in his shop, to his or her artwork. That's the he earned commission from every art he sold from those consignment sales. Cassie knows you are an accountant and a business developer. He has asked for your help setting up and using QuickBooks Online or QuickBooks Desktop. In our case, we'll be dwelling on QuickBooks Desktop, but I'll give you references and instances where QuickBooks Online is applicable. Okay, though the changes are not much different, but I'll just be mentioning them so that you'll be taking note of them in case you come across integration of QuickBooks Online. It's still the same thing. The only changes you will see is in few things and in few locations where you can find those things. But basically, everything you do in QuickBooks Desktop is obtainable in QuickBooks Online. You agree to help set up QuickBooks business account and complete the first month of transactions. That is, you're going to input all the first month of transaction, using it to teach Cassie how to do the entries. So you're going to complete all the first month's entry, that is April. Upon your diligent investigations, you found that Cassie is interested in using the following QuickBooks features. 1. Sales receipts and invoice, purchase orders and inventory tracking, bills and bill payment. Now, if you need definitions of all these things and how they function, we already made classes for them. You can go back to them and review them again so that you have an in-depth understanding of what they are. Okay, now we have reviewed everything about Cassie. We have seen some of the things we need to do. So this project is going to be on a step-by-step basis. Step 1, we have already familiarized ourselves with the operations of the business and what the business entails. Okay, now we are going to start the implementation. Now step 2, we are going to set up the QuickBooks account. That is, setting up the QuickBooks account means either installing it in your system or buying and getting the subscription for the QuickBooks Desktop, for the QuickBooks Online application. So that is setting up the QuickBooks account. Now we are going to set up the company. Then we are going to move on to setting up the company file. If you don't know about the company, how to set up the company file, you can also review the class on how to set up a company file, because I won't be wasting time here, because I know if you're at this level right now, you have already acquainted yourself with the basic knowledge and everything we need. So I'll only be fetching out some details, some little details that I was not able to point out during the class. I'll be pointing them out in this section. Now, anywhere you see in blue highlighted and white text color like this, it is very important that you read it. So QuickBooks is a very forgiving program. Most mistakes can be fixed as you have the ability to go back and make the historical changes. However, a correct setup will prevent the need of such corrections. So if you set QuickBooks well, if you understand what you're dealing with and you set it well, you won't waste time in all these things and there won't be need for corrections. Okay, after further interrogations, you gather the following important pieces of information to aid you in the implementation process for Cassie's Craft. Now, each of the bolded items are categories in the account and setting QuickBooks. Now, this is just a kind of highlight that I'm trying to draw your attention to. Now, you can see that one, we have the company name. So that is what we're going to be doing. So when we come back, we'll start registering the company.